Hi everyone, I'm Reverend Mike, St Peter's Church, and a huge thank you first and foremost to Kristen Wheeler from Ministry of Saints, modern iconographer. I have the parcel and I'm so excited because the contents of this parcel's been in prison for quite a long time, and when I say prison I mean the depot, and Heidi and I had to virtually fight to get the parcel from the depot because of the customs charges that they thought we hadn't paid, even though we had paid customs. So I finally have it, so I'm opening it for the very first time. I'm just going to tell everyone what it is once I've opened it actually. I should have got a better knife, bear with me. I love the tape, the labelling. Right. Kristen, this is well packaged.
Put the knife down, worrying me.
So here we go. I am opening our modern icon, which has taken an awful long time because of the customs hold-up. Oh wow. I've never been so excited since Pass the Parcel. Need the knife again. Oh my word.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. That is absolutely beautiful. So this is our icon of St. Peter, and it says on the back, "May we all remember that we are more like Peter than we care to admit. I hope that this icon of St. Peter draws people closer to his story and closer to Jesus. God bless St. Peter's Parkstone. Love, Kristen Wheeler." That's absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Oh,
I love the detail on the corners that you've added as well,
Do we just
Kristen.
zoom or something? Or are you going to
No, I'm just going to bring it a bit closer.
Oh gosh. I mean, I don't think you fully appreciate it on camera because it's stunning.
So I'm the rector of St. Peter's Parkstone, and we have our patronal festival at the end of the month, and we will be blessing this icon, and I hope it will be a blessing to many people in our community. And what I love about Peter is the same really as what Kristen's talked about in her blog, that in some ways Peter was such a failure, but I think that Jesus calls people who are failures, and it's better to try to follow and to fail than to fail from following at all. So I can identify with Peter, even though he was a flawed individual. He was brash and impulsive. He didn't believe Mary Magdalene when she rushed from the tomb, and I don't think he was very sympathetic towards Gentiles, non-Jewish people either initially in the early church. So, you know, for all his faults, and I can see Heidi snigger in the background, maybe there's plenty I can relate to. And as Kristen summarised at the back there, we're more like Peter than we care to admit. And I love the fact that, you know, despite all our flaws and all our failures, Jesus can still use us to bring glory to God's name and to build God's kingdom. So I'm so thankful for this.
Can you talk about how Kristen sort of...
Well, I mean, yeah.
Are you going to put that up,
I think the story behind it as well, that Kristen said she had beef with Peter for some of the reasons I mentioned. You know, some of his personality flaws, and then literally, I think it was the next day, she had a message from me saying I'd really like her to commission her to study Peter and to prepare an icon of Peter. So it's amazing how God works, that you know, straight after sort of she'd shared with someone that she had beef with Peter, and then she gets the commission from me, which is, you know, amazing really how the Spirit's moved to bring Peter to us.
What's what?
So there's so much symbolism here. I mean, and Kristen, you are absolutely right. The colours are just even more beautiful. And I can't believe that, you know, I've got this original piece of artwork, and how difficult it was for us to get. So I was even
It's
almost
worth
going
it.
to pay customs twice because they didn't, they wouldn't release him from prison. So I mean, that's part of the
I was going to
symbolism.
snatch it and run.
I
when I saw the
know,
box.
Heidi was going to jump over the counter. So some of the symbolism, obviously Peter's handcuffs from his time spent in prison. There's the symbolism with the fish, of course, because first and foremost, Peter was a fisherman, and Jesus called him to be a fisher of men. And I love the fact as well that Peter sort of went back to the day job after Christ was crucified. So I love that earthiness and that sort of, this is, this is St. Peter, but this is St. Peter who was also, a sinner like all of us, and all of the symbolism that conveys his life story. So the rock's there because Jesus calls him the rock, which is ironic because of, he was the one who denied Christ 3 times. We have the sheep because Jesus commissioned Peter to feed his sheep. And then the compass because of Peter's travels, and the church because obviously Peter was used in God's hands to build the church, the early church, and the cross and the keys on the church. The rooster, the cockerel. How can we forget that when Peter denied Christ? But I also love the fish, the golden colour that they are. That each, the Lord knows every single hair on our head, and that sense of, these are precious golden colour fish. When Peter was called to be fishers of men. So I love this very much. Is there anything you want to add, Heidi, or have I covered everything?
Oh, I'm just blown away by it. I mean, obviously, having seen the making of it in sketches and things online,
it's
but
absolutely beautiful.
There's nothing that can really sort of equate to that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, the only issue is I really would love to sort of keep it in the rectories. I'm just wondering, Kristen, if you could just knock another one up and just post it, and I'll just try and prize it out of prison again, out of customs. But thank you so much. So this is the work of Kristen Wheeler, and I think the website is Modern Iconography or Iconographer, a Ministry of Saints, and we will be blessing this icon at the end of the month. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen.
God bless. Bye-bye.